Hey folks, today Mach and Cheese is going to visit a supercharger. Let's see what happens. So if you're a frequent viewer of this or any other channel where someone takes a non-Tesla EV on a road trip, you know how bad the experience can be with DC fast charging. Things are unreliable, they're slow, they're overcrowded. Nothing is as good as the experience that Tesla owners have with Tesla Superchargers. Until this week, it actually was impossible to charge a non-Tesla EV on a Tesla Supercharger. You couldn't get the payment system to work properly, and even if the payment system worked so that the Tesla would recognize a non-Tesla car, physically things wouldn't work because the Tesla plug is a non-standard proprietary plug that doesn't work with the CCS fast charging standard that's in all other non-Tesla EVs. What's changed? Tesla is now trying to get money under the new infrastructure bill that was passed by Congress and signed into law. In order to get that money, they need to make their charging system available to all EVs and non-proprietary. So Tesla this week took a step towards that by opening up 10 of their superchargers in very non-crowded, non-urban, non-high volume areas to non-Teslas as a test to start seeing how things go. And today we're going to visit one of them. It's in Scotts Valley, California, which is about a half an hour to 45 minutes south of Silicon Valley, where Mach and Cheese lives most of the time. And we're going to go and visit that today. Before we get there, I'm looking for a number of things. First, is it going to charge my car reliably and with a decent amount of speed? My 400 volt car that has a max charge speed of around 150 to 160 kilowatts for a very short amount of time. Are we going to get comparable speeds to EA or reliable enough to make this a good backup plan? Second, the cords in Tesla's superchargers and the way that they're set up is really bespoke and custom built to work with Tesla cars. Their charge port is in the back, almost right at the taillight on the driver's side. So they're really set up for that, all the stalls and where the plugs come out. And actually, interestingly enough, the length of the cable that goes to the car is precisely set up right now to work only with Tesla cars. So we're going to see how this fits in a Mach-E and how obnoxious I have to be in where I park and who I block in order to be able to charge the car. So that's number two. Number three is actually like how this physical system works. They have a special adapter that they're calling a magic plug that's going to allow you to do a converter between the Tesla proprietary plug and the US standard outside of that, which is CCS. So how magic is this magic plug is the third thing I want to try and see how it works out. Okay, with that in mind, let's hit it. All right, so look where I am. I've just made sure the app is set up, and I was able to go through their first run, quick start of how to charge at a Tesla Supercharger, and we should be ready to go. So let's see what's going on here. So I was able to go to a stall that was a side stall. Figured that would be the least obnoxious way to do this. I'm sitting next to a EQS over there. I want to go and talk to that guy at some point. So let's open this up here and see if this is going to reach. I bet it is. Charge port open, so I'm going to do what they say I should do of pulling up. All right, so we got it, as everyone else has seen. So let me open this port, and I'm going to do the dance that everyone does of holding a phone or a camera while plugging it in, which I think I've done. All right, let's see. We got, yes, I think we're charging. Totally charging. All right, so that seemed to work right away. First all I tried, top that EA. And unfortunately, we are not charging. Okay, I got a payment failed. Please unplug and re-enter your payment details. Okay, I think I'm gonna need two hands and gonna have to try this again. All right, it seems to want me to update my payment method. I have done so. Now it's telling me to unlock the adapter or unlock the magic dock and plug in. I'm gonna try and do again here. Let's try time number 2. All right, looks like things are working. Plug it in. And things are connecting, and I got blue rings. So let's see if it's charging any faster than 1 kilowatt, which is what it did the last time, and it didn't like the payment method in there. Oh, 57. All right, we're going up. 57. Hopefully we're getting to better than 57. 116. Woohoo! By the way, my state of charge is at 41%, and battery's quite toasty and all ready to kind of yo-yo around and pre-charge driving down here. So over the mountains and on Route 17. Really a nice drive through the Santa Cruz Mountains today. At 125 now. Go, go, go. All right, this easily betters the reliability I've seen plugging my car into EA at a random stop. 122. That's still, you know, respectable. It's not super fantastic, but, you know, I've done much worse for a charge on a whim. All right, so with just a minor hiccup of making sure the right payment method I had was verified and had all the information in the Tesla app. It didn't have all the info when I set it up a long time ago. I was able to just plug in and charge, and it looked quite seamless. So I'll keep you posted as things go here. All right, we're only a couple percent in. It's now at a 46% state of charge, and we're doing 107 kilowatts, which is about right for the Mach-E's charge curve at this point. So I don't think it's like unexpected. One thing I didn't see is the Mach-E typically will go up to about 150, almost even 160 sometimes, definitely 130, 140 when you first plug it in as kind of a time-based request for power. And I don't think that the Supercharger delivered that kind of power that you would probably see in an EA 350 station or even a 150 station right after plugging in for the first like 2 to 3 minutes. So didn't have that time-based part of the charging curve that you typically see in the Mach-E. Not sure why, but it's still doing a respectable 104 for the Mach-E. We'll keep in touch and let you know how it's going. I will say I just also spoke with an owner of an EQS parked next to me, but he seemed to say I got up to 150. He is actually parked in the wrong spot for Tesla owners, so he's taking up 2 Supercharger stalls right now with what he's up to. All right, we're at 50% and 101 kilowatts right now. Actually, 100 kilowatts it's delivering. Still about right for what the Mach-E does at this part of its charge curve. So let me show you this station while we have a little bit of time and we're charging. So I'm parked at 2C and charging here. It's a side post spot, and there's one more side post spot on the sides of these cabinets here. Let me just weave my way across here. And there's a 60s Model S parked there right now, but there's the other side spot. And those are the 2 that would be kind of pretty much appropriate for the Mach-E without blocking anyone. The concern I have here with the spot I'm in is that I'm actually sticking out a little bit into this parking lot. So Gotta hope no one's gonna really, you know, tag my car pulling in there. But if you look at the other spots there on the side here, they are all rear for Tesla plugins. So these would be kind of tight to do with the Mach-E. You have to worry about hitting those signs there, which you can see actually someone probably did. You see the sign there, right there, is kind of actually crooked, and I bet someone might have pulled in maybe to charge their CCS car and might have hit it. So I'm sure that's going to be more of a problem as we go. You'll see we have a Model S there, and then a similarly colored blue ID4 deciding to pay for a charge instead of using their free EA credits to check it out. All right, boys and girls, we're at 80% charge and we're pulling 36 kilowatts, which is kind of as expected. Everything is expected in the charge curve as you would imagine if we were at the EA or any other station, so no hiccups here. Let's unplug and call this charging experience kind of interesting in a wrap. All right, there we go. Finally released. Took a little while to get the button to press in and release. And let me line this up and put this back in here. Pretty cool. So in the end, this was slower and more expensive than a typical EA or EVgo experience, even if you didn't have a membership to either one of them. The handshake, though, was quick, and it worked and seemed to be quite reliable in the one stall that I tried. No one else around me also had problems in charging their non-Tesla cars. However, the dispenser placement, charge cord length, and the positioning of the charge port on your car are definitely all issues that Tesla's going to have to start thinking about. And I'm sure they'll consider and change this before they roll this out at scale. One other tidbit I learned, there was a manufacturer who will remain unnamed. I can't really disclose who it was. But I was talking with their engineers who were up here from actually Southern California. They drove all the way up here in order to test out this charger with their cars and to do all sorts of logs and to make sure that things were working to the spec and the standard just in case one of their customers were to have a problem with their cars. But he was telling me that these chargers, according to their logs, are doing a maximum of 425 volts and 350 amps. So you're really not going to see more than 150 kilowatts maximum for any of these cars that are doing 400 volts. All right, so there you have it. This wasn't as exciting a video as some of my other YouTube gold where chargers don't work, customer service doesn't work to get them restarted. There's just like no drama with this. All right, that's here from beautiful Scotts Valley, California. I'm going to enjoy some lunch down here and then head up on the beautiful Route 17 through the Santa Cruz Mountains and call it a wrap. Hope you're having a great time and adventures in your car. I know I had a great time and an adventure here today. See you on the next one.